That guy's random. Random guy. Random guy. Never gonna see another. Random. Never gonna be another. Random. Listen one time to this. Random. Take more, listen to this. Random. Never gonna see another. Random guy. Never gonna be another. Random guy. Listen one time to the random guy. Take more, listen to the random guy. Proof in the time with a random guy. Get shimmy with a random guy. Never get shy with a random guy. Random money with a random. That's random as And now jumps in. Whoa, what the hell's going on? Random guy wearing some kind of business shirt. This is gonna be more fun. Random guy again. How long has it been? Probably 3 weeks since the last random guy video. Oh yeah, we were starting on Neil deGrasse Tyson, weren't we? Well, we don't want to be bullying the guy. I mean, you seen the size of the guy? God damn it. You probably don't want to piss him off. I know he might be getting on, but that guy could still eat you if he wanted to. I would have thought. Crush you, like, fold you up into a little ball. He's big. And he used to be on a wrestling team, so we don't want to piss him off. I was just annoyed about how dismissive he was about crystals, that's all. So I am pro-crystal. Not wearing one today. But I know there's a lot of benefits with crystals. That's what we call this random guy. We're going to talk about things. Maybe we're trying to get the world to believe in things again. Like angels. A lot of people think that's bullshit. But I guarantee angels exist. Don't know precisely what they are, but I know that they are. They do exist. And they help people. Oh, I know a good one to tell you about. You can Google this shit. Once upon a time, in America, there was a primary school. This is a cool story. You want to check this one out. Absolutely true. You can Google it. There was some guy. I don't know if he was a nonce. That's what in England, America, they call it a pedophile. It sounds really bad, doesn't it? In England, we call it a nonce. Actually, we pronounce paedophile differently as well. It's a paedophile. He had some problem or something like that. And I'm not saying he was. I don't know. You can't badmouth the dead. Even though he died in such a way that he deserved to, really. Well, you'll see why in a minute. Complete and utter prick, basically. He decided to go into a primary school in America with a bomb. Bomb strapped to himself. Into a little kid's classroom with loads of little children there. And a teacher and a teacher's assistant or someone. What a prick. Right? Detonated the bomb. Right in the middle of the classroom. Intending to kill every single child and teacher in the room. Once again, what a prick. What a complete and utter twat. So he probably was a nonce. Just feel like, sorry, let's just speak my mind on this. Anyway, the freakiest thing is, after detonating a body strap bomb, serious bomb, in the middle of the room, all of the children and the teachers survived. The only person who didn't survive was the idiot bomber. Now, the freakiest thing was, on the walls around the classroom were silhouettes, shadows of adult height shapes. Now, some said they were angels. Now this gets even freakier, because some could say there was angels that protected them, but there was something stood, and there must have been at least 14, 20 people maybe, judging by the shadows, because you could see the marks on the wall where the blast from the bomb had burnt the wall, but not these shadows. So something physical, the shape of a humanoid, around the blast had protected everybody in the classroom and taken the blast. There's no way, normally, that people could survive a blast like that in a small room. I mean, people were injured, you know, obviously. But it got even freakier. So the teachers said, and the children, that they saw angels stood in a ring around the man just before the bomb went off. Angels. And they're like with light around them, holding hands, protecting everyone in the classroom. The blast went boom like that, and everyone just for that split second saw angels stood around. Now it gets even freakier. A few weeks later, or a couple of months later, one of the kids that was in the classroom when the blast went off went to a friend's house, and there was a picture on the wall. Let's go on. We've got to concentrate. We've got a jackass here. Jackass, everyone. Yes, you up. Right. The kid, went to a friend's house and pointed at the wall and said, Mummy, one of the angels, that's one of the angels. And Mum said, what do you mean one of the angels? One of the angels from the school, that's one of the angels. And the mum the friend's mum looked and said, that's my mother who died. You saying she was one of the angels at the school? The kid was going, that was definitely one of the angels. That was one of the ladies, the lady angel that saved us. Oh, what? They freaked out. So they got photos, and they found out that all of the kids identified all these people. They were all relatives of the parents of the children, indirectly connected somehow to all of the children that are in that classroom at the time. They managed to identify every single one of these people that they called angels was actually a relative, like a grandmother or a grandfather related to the kids that are in that room. Now, doesn't that give you goosebumps? I've just got goosebumps there. Look at that. Document that. Goosebumps that it's given me. When I heard that, I thought that is one of the clearest pieces of evidence, not just for angels. I mean, they, technically weren't angels in this case, but they appeared like angels. And they appeared like people. Now, they could have appeared like that in that form of the relatives to put the children at ease. You never know. So it could have still been angels. Or maybe the angels arranged, or the gods, or whatever you want to call it, for these relatives to be back just for that split second to protect the kids. I think it's probably likely that they appeared to be the grandparents of the children. That's how they appeared to them, so the kids weren't scared, because no one knows what form an angel takes. But my missus, she believes she saw an angel yesterday and saw it as white. Beautiful white light coming out. And she reckons that that's why they're depicted as having wings. Because she saw the white light branching out, and it did look like wings, she said. But she said that the whole being was just made of pure light. I believe her. So maybe, just maybe, they weren't the relatives, but they appeared that way. But they could have been the relatives, you never know. But I just think that's a brilliant story, that. And like I said, you can Google that, because that's got to be one of the best piece of evidence of the fact, call it paranormal, just the fact that there's something going on in this world that we don't know about. There's more to this world than we realise. A lot of people think, oh, it's a load of bollocks, everything's bollocks, no such thing as anything, But it's things like that happen, and that's why I'm telling you about it, because these things get forgotten in time, You probably wouldn't have known about that if I hadn't said about it. And you Google it and you'll look at it and you think, bloody hell, he's telling the truth. That did happen. And there's witness testimonies. How did every single kid in the classroom and the teachers all see the same thing? All see people glowing with light, holding hands around? How did the fire brigade officers saw the burn marks on the wall and said somebody must have been stood right there by the blast in order to make a shadow like this on the wall? Because they're fire officers. They know how these things occur. They know how a burn mark like that could appear. They know why there would have been a shape like that. All these pieces of evidence. And yet some people in the world still go, no, there's nothing going on in the world. It's just clear cut, like deGrasse Tyson, who we were starting on. I'd tell him about that story, and I bet he'd be like, I'd love to see what you say about that, Someone should put that to deGrasse Tyson. Just say, what do you think about this story? Oh, from the blast, the chemicals, they made them hallucinate. That's what it was in that instant. It's like, well, how come they didn't all get killed in the blast then? Oh, yeah, the chairs, maybe the bomb didn't quite work properly and the chemicals made them hallucinate. He'd be saying all that sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, because you don't want to believe in it. There's no such thing as angels, all right. And he'd laugh. I know he'd laugh. He'd say, yeah, there's no such thing as angels. What a load of bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. So, Google it, make your own mind up. That's another little cool random guy video. I'm going to do more as well. I'm going to take some cool stuff. You wait and see. It's going to be good. Thanks for tuning in.